let's get this party started. Welcome to the ZBHO Dojo. My name is Spicer, your spicy sensei. And today on the stream, we are going to be doing some critiques. We're going to be having a good time. We're going to be laughing. We're going to be hanging out with the Dojo Warriors in the dojo. But before we get started, taking names, kicking ass, and turning on autosave. Let us give thanks and praise to the lords and gods of CG, starting with Frank Frazetta. Thank you, Lord, Frank Frazetta. Next, St. Joseph. Next, St. Paul. Look up here, look up here, look up here, look up here, look up here. Your body. Next, Ryan, the king of Slian. And finally, Simon Lee Spider of Thank you for your education, your inspiration, and your overall badassness. How's it going, Dojo Warriors? How are you doing this week? Did you have a good week? Did you miss me? Because I missed you. I missed you. Every day I thought about you. Every day. Couldn't stop. I was like, oh my God, where's the dojo? Where's the dojo? Can't wait to stream. Can't wait to stream. Can't wait to stream. And here we are with Marco Keo. Attentive Slug 05 coming in. Emmanuel Obiri, Queen Serb with the verb in the house. She ain't no mouse. All right. So let's get into our critiques for the day. Starting with Silent Moon's female face study. So let's talk about a few things that we can do to kick this up a notch. What's up, Chris? Appreciate you being here. So, first thing that stuck out to me was that the jaw was going behind the ear. The jaw is going to do this, right? So, what we can still have padding back here with the parotid gland, but we don't want to have that become the jaw, right? We want a nice, soft, oblique jaw. And then your chin just has 1, 2, and then goes back. You need one more here. So I would smooth this out and get just one more under there. Okay. The glabella is a bit high. You might want to bring it down a little bit. The nose, you could bring it out a bit more so you can really hint at this nasal bone right here. Boom. Right there. Sumerian King, what's going on? Appreciate you. And then here we want to go down a bit more. It's a little too oblique, so we want that. And someone's always messaging me when I'm streaming. You know what I mean? Someone's always messaging me when I'm streaming. All right. So next, you do have the notes here, maybe just a little bit more just to kind of smooth out that transition. Sumerian King, I was ready for the stream this time. Missed a bit of it last week. Appreciate you being here. Alrighty, so we've lowered the glabella a little bit more. And then the distance between the lips and the upper, or the nose and the upper lips, we can definitely decrease their distance. So going to fade this a lot and then going to bring this down a bit more. Okay, so we're going to shorten the distance between the upper lip and the bottom of the nose. Remember, we're bringing the glabella down. So we want to do that. And then gonna raise this up, get a square going, roughly right there. So you did pretty well on that. Not a lot to fix there. Good job. Okay, your lips. Let's see, lips are pretty good. It's just maybe a little, possibly a little bit more, maybe. I don't know, there's something weird going on right here. And it just depends on if you want her to be smirking or not. If you do, then you're gonna have to support that, right? So whenever we smirk, we're going to really accentuate these nodes of the mouth right here, right? If we're going to do any type of smirkish anything. Yeah. And then get that nasal labial fold to kind of butt up right against it, right? Right there. Okay. Let's see. The jawline's pretty substantial, pretty beefy. So we want to change that up a bit. Alrighty. There we go. So got that. Smooth. Got this. Not gonna give it a dip. Going to give it a nice solid jawline here. Right there. Okay. And so you got the frontal bone going. And all that going. Let's see, the head. It's widest too far back. Right? So what I would do is I would bring this in right here. Oh, that's right, new playlist. Sorry. Let's see. Max and Craft, appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. Okay. Alrighty, so we've got that. So now that's a little bit better, right? So gonna smooth that out. And it's always good to have your low poly cage. You don't need it, right? But it does help a lot whenever you need to make big changes. So I would even bring in her skull a little bit more and say that's a bit too large. And bring that down so it's nice and smooth, right? And then you might want to bring in, just depending on how feminine or how you know, the more athletic and the wider the neck's gonna be, right? But it's not gonna get too wide just due to the lack of testosterone, and that would develop the mastoid process that would give you a wider neck. So for females, they just don't have that. But yeah, there we go. And then getting some eyebrows on here. I know you're just doing the face, but whenever you break the eyebrow, so ladies, if you don't know when to break your eyebrow when you're drawing it on, breaks right at the temporal arch and then goes down. Okay. Told that to one of my students. She was like, "Oh, I've been doing my eyebrows wrong forever." I was like, "Yeah, see." Not only do I mentor you into a better sculptor, but then your eyebrows be on fleek. You know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? And a palette. What's going on, Guargun? What's going on? You're up. I'm not sure if you're next, but you're definitely up tonight, Guargun. So stick around. Giacomo Balboni, make sure to stick around. You are also up on the dojo list. Max and Craft, I love ZBrush. Your work is great. Thank you very much, and very glad you're enjoying ZBrush. ZBrush is an amazing, amazing program. Amazing. So we're gonna go here. We're going to see. Usually I put at 0.005, but that's all dependent upon how large your mesh is. So here, and usually what I do is I just polish by feature so I can get nice clean edges, and then I run a zero mesh at 1 with keep groups, and then now it's nice and even, and then use BMN, right, to get infinite depth here. Just make sure you don't do this diagonally, because then it's going to mess it up. So now I'm going to go BMV and just tighten these up. Right, and you can make them all saucy. I'm saucy. I got the saucy. So you can do all that, right? We can give it a little bit darker. Right, and right. So you can do that. Okay. But yeah, that's what I would suggest for this face. We'll take a look at the before and afters here in just a second. And we'll take off some eyebrows and we'll go back. Okay. So she looks a little bit older. I'm not sure if that's what you're going for. I made her younger. But yeah, not sure what age you're going for on this. But yeah, and then I would possibly make the ears a bit smaller as well. But yeah, just made the head smaller in general, so it's not so large and the face doesn't seem so small. Elongated the nose, but also brought down the glabella with it, right? So I didn't just pull down the nose, I brought down the glabella. And smoothed out the chin, made it a little bit more youthful, a little bit less beefy and bulky around the masseter, and also it's coming forward from its origination as opposed to yours going back. And then thinning up the neck to give it a bit more feminine feel to everything else. Okay. D-Zinc, what's going on? Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you being here. Alrighty, so next, let's save this out. Alright, so let's go with the next one. All right, Giacomo face. Got yourself a nice wrinkly dude here. Wrinkly, wrinkly, wrinkly. Let's see. Okay, so things that we want to do foundationally. Okay, your eyes are going inward. If anything, they need to be going. They need to be going back at a 15 degrees, right? Right there. Same with your malar. Right here, it needs to be going obliquely down from your nose. Okay. Nostrils are looking good. I would bring this section up a little bit more. Your nose right here is a little bit too soft. I mean, too sharp. So I'm gonna soften that out. You could bring this, get a little pocket in here where you get all your boogers. You know that. Every morning you wake up, you do that. All right, don't lie. Everybody knows. All right, this is where all the gold is. Okay, don't forget to sculpt the booger gold mine. All right. Alrighty, so here a little bit more at superciliary arches. You want to be very careful around this area because you're losing your orbit. Here it's doing this, and then it's coming all the way out here, and then it's coming all the way back, and it's making a perfect circle here. So what you want to do is you want to have this one kind of go in here. You want this one kind of going back. Right, it's back here, and then your infraorbital furrow is going to be right here. So right about there, and then all this is just it's just very long, right? I would probably cut it off right here, just because you know, the tendon for the edge of your eye isn't this long, right? It's probably right about there is about as long as it's gonna get. So just ensuring that this orbit is being maintained here. Then this fat right here is going to it's called SU fat, and it's going to be at the edge of your orbit right here. And then here you're going to have SU fat, or roof fat, sorry. So this is going to hang over right here. Right there, and then just maintain that orbit. I know there's a lot of wrinkles and everything going on, but if you can do that, it will help you out a whole lot. Okay, so nasal labials looking good. You've got your jowling down here, which is really good. The chin, maybe a little bit too pointy there. A little bit more of the philtrum here. Make sure it's coming from each side. Right there. Doesn't have to be that deep, but a little bit more would definitely help. And making sure this part is the part that comes off of the face the most. Then you've got your depressor muscles here and all that good stuff. And then you can kind of even this out so it doesn't seem so zombie-ish. Nasalis is going to come from here. I mean, I guess that's just skinned. Okay, so let's get our eye. Let's check the size of our eyes. So these are very large eyes. So we can go local symmetry. So what we can do is wrap this around the eye, and you want to bring that in, you want to bring this in, make sure you have a nice lid. It should be pretty substantial, right? It's not going to be very, very thin. Right here as well, make sure this is all coming out the tarsal plate. Next is it's pretty much one shape. for your eye. I'd like to see a bit more of it coming up and then down, and then here. This straight line is really, really good that you have right here, coming off of the what is it, caruncula over here, and then diving down and coming back up. So that's looking good. Right, something like that, and then just breaking the symmetry here, right? So moving that, moving this, moving that, making one eye a little bit higher than the other, bringing this down. Okay, and don't forget the shelf for your nose. And this you want to spread out a little bit more. A little bit more. Right there. Okay. And possibly a bit too thick. Okay, so that's what I would do for yours. Let's go to these eyes. Dun, dun, dun. Ugh. So now what we're going to do is mirror and weld it. Mirror and weld, put it in the center, and then rotate it out. Okay. And then we can bring his eye down so it doesn't look like he's so surprised. And a little bit more of the tarsal plate. Get that brought out, smooth it out. And your wrinkles aren't going to go over your tarsal plate. They'll meet the tarsal plate, but they won't go over it. So make sure you don't have wrinkles going over your tarsal plates. Yep. Something like that. And then also what you can do is BFS. Get your form soft brush, take it down to 1, and do a spray. And make sure you don't have symmetry on. And kind of go over the face randomly. And add these bumps here and there. So everything doesn't seem so so symmetrical, right? Because that's the problem with this. That's the step you're missing on this one. Aside from the eyes and the small adjustments I made, the biggest thing that you're missing is that asymmetry, right? So I would come in here and really spend a bit of time doing that. Okay. And just really take out the symmetry of this face. You can have things that happen repeatedly or whatever, but whenever it's so, when the detail is so very, very, very similar, you want to change that up. Okay. So, but yeah, other than that, you know, you want to take out anything that's going to really, really signify that it's been sculpted symmetrically. Okay. But yeah, good job. Good job. Get some water. Charlie Barta, what's going on? João Gilberto Schlida. Hey, great to catch you live. How can I submit a piece for a review? Sean Davis, good question. First, you have to join the ZBHO Dojo Discord. It's totally free. Here's a link. Copy. And there it is in the chat. After that, you're going to go into critique submissions and you are going to post it here. And as long as you post it before my stream, then I should usually get to it. We do have a full schedule for tonight, though. Gorgon, amazing. Deezing, what up, Dojo? What up, Deezing? I learned so much with these critiques. My pleasure, Gorgon. My pleasure. Silent Moon, thanks, Sensei. I will try my best next time. That sounds great. Thing sounds great. Appreciate you. Demian Santos. I don't know how to sculpt mouths. Oh, don't be that way. We'll show you. We'll show you. Giacomo Balboni, thanks for your feedback. My pleasure, my pleasure. Eric Zahn in the house. What's going on? My girlfriend is Marcaline. Sensei, I'm new here. How can I get you to critique my sculptures? Just answered that question for you. Derek Davila, I'm digging the dojo playlist. Oh, hell yeah. He needs a mole on his head. Yes, he does. I think the eye is still too far ahead. Yeah, some people's eyes poke out of their sockets. Sean Davis, hello, by the way. Hello, hello, hello. Christ Jesus. What's going on? João Gilberto Schlieder. Thanks so much. Will join. Also love the way you say my name. All right. Batman, Pop-Tart, the Dark Knight of pastries, of popular pastries. Can we get a woo? Do not woo. Do not woo. Do not woo, everybody. Nobody in the chat woo. All right? Nobody in the chat hashtag woo. All right? Nobody. You better not do it. Okay? Don't do it. Alrighty. So, all right. We got that. Come on. Boom, boom. Great submissions today. Great submissions. Great submissions. Gorgon! Let me get some woos in the chat. I had to take some steroids. Okay. Let's take everything out. Alrighty. So good muscle structure, good detailing, good vein structure. It looks a little wishy-washy around here. Especially this bisection right here with these two. I would double check that. Okay, good wrinkles, good delts. Okay. Lats are right here. Not too sure about it being this sharp. It should follow the rib cage. Yeah, I would follow the rib cage more on this one. Right there. Right there. Bring that in. A little bit less boxy here. Kind of wrap it around. Okay. Looking good. A little bit further on your trap here. Should go in line with your front delt. Okay, and it's going to be coming from there. Okay. These wrinkles here in the face should probably be a little bit deeper. Nasal labial, possibly a little bit deeper. Alrighty. So, whenever we're smiling, especially around the front of the teeth, should wrap it around the teeth a bit more. And, a little bit more around here. Just in the center, right? Not the entire thing. Right there. And then also here as well. Wrap it around the teeth just a bit more. The chin, I'm not sure who this is. I can't recognize the bodybuilder of who this is. But the chin seems very, very, very wide. I would, boom, boom, boom. It's Ramon on Instagram. Can you give me his handle? The thing is just a bit too blocky. It may be that wide, but I think it was just a bit too blocky for that. Right there, and then generally you're going to have this kind of wrap underneath here. Right there. taking off the top of that and adding more at the bottom here. Be very careful about this. Should be tilted. Alrighty. The nose. It seems a little bit too thin here. And you want to bring that alar cartilage all the way from back here. And I think that tip just needed, it was pointing down too far. But great use of pores here. Yeah, but nice array of them here for each part of the face. So if you don't know, the pores in your face aren't the same all over the place, right? These are more holes, these are more stretches because we're emoting a lot, right? And so a lot of these wrinkles fall in line with or a lot of these skin textures fall in line with how the face wrinkles. So yeah, just make sure you learn. I'm not sure, is that me? We'll just worry about this side. But yeah, just be aware that there are different skin textures for different parts of the body. Alrighty. So that's looking good. See a little bit more attaching right here to the epicondyle of the humerus. Alrighty. So here I would show a little bit more of the olecranon in here. And this aconius muscle right here that you have, it's coming from the right place, but it needs to go this way. It needs to attach to the ulna furrow. Okay. There, right there. Okay, so the aconius muscle, let's take a look at it. Aconius muscle. Right, so we have the brachialis and then it's coming out, and let's take a look at this. Right, so this is your tricep, your brachioradialis, your common extensors right here, and then this is coming out and attaching to your olecranon and your ulna furrow here, and so it's coming out that way, right? So that's what we need to do here, right? Have this come out and attach there. Okay. The flexors, they should be coming out, right? Needs to go around your whatchamacallit, your styloid process of your ulna, right? They're going over and then coming back that way. So we need to kind of signify that here as well. Okay, so get that styloid process of the ulna. Inside of the hand is looking pretty good. These knuckles possibly a little bit closer together. Nice hand structure. Very good. Yep, very good. These shapes for the forearm are kind of weirding me out a little bit. So there's a lot of tertiary details in here, but overall should be quite simple, right? There shouldn't be a lot of wiggle wobbles going around too much. And these stress right here, you have it too wide. You have 2 sets of them. You have a set over here, and then you have a set right here, and then you have another set right here. So there's only one going down the center of our palm. The other ones are too representative of that similar tension right here, right? Not to say that you're not representing the form from the reference that you had, but it's your shape language is a little too similar to the common flexor tendon here. Okay, so that looking good. Nice vacuum pose. Your legs are looking pretty good. Let's look at the biceps femoris. Biceps femoris. Alrighty. So what we have, what you'll see a lot is you'll see this tendon right here, especially for someone with such low body fat. We want to make sure that we show a difference between tendons and muscle right here. So right here coming off of this, let me better represented here on my okay. So what we need to do is we have this right here. This is the this tendon right here is your iliotibial tract, right? And this right here, you're kind of confusing some muscles here, because it should be your lateralis here, and this right here is your iliotibial tract. It actually goes over it a little bit more right here, and it's going to lock that down. So you need to move that little striation a little bit further. Okay, so you have that, and then you're going to have the knee, and then you're going to have the biceps femoris tendon here. This is going to come off. It's going to insert roughly right there. Okay. And then everything's going to feed into it right here. Boom, 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 boom. Right there. Okay. Right there, and then on the back, it's just gonna butt up right against it. Right, so this tendon is pretty much going to be the bounding box of this right here. Yeah. And then kind of flatten that, make sure that tendon is nice and accentuated, and then you can get that complexity out of the biceps femoris right there. Okay. The calves, the Achilles tendon is a little weak. It's a little bit too thin. Widen it out a bit more and make sure you got a nice sense that's wrapping around the heel, right? So for that, we kind of need a little bit more of a shelf going all the way around. Right around here, all along your heel. Okay, this is pretty good, and just bringing it together here, but it's not making it so sharp, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Okay. A little bit more round here, just in the center. Okay. It's looking better. You should have a sense that this is a bit more round. I think maybe this is a bit too far back. That, and then possibly inflate these together. Okay. Too many wrinkles here in the shorts. You just need this is going to be obviously where it's going to come out the most. So this is where you want the least amount of wrinkles because everything's going to be wrapping around, right? And then I'm not sure if they actually eat the shorts. I never really noticed, but I don't think, I mean, it would have the same rules. You know, if you have height over here, then it's going to average in the center. So I would double check that, double check your wrinkles, because you have such great work here, and then you get to the wrinkles of the shorts and they're just very, very bad. Yeah, make sure to spend some time on those shorts. You need to be as believable as the rest of the face, or the rest of the sculpt. But yeah, other than that, take a bit of the symmetry out of the legs. Yeah, especially with these forms are very, very distinct here in the rectus femoris. So check that out. But everything else is looking pretty good, brother. Looking pretty good, pretty good. Just something with this face. It's just, this chin is just bothering me a whole lot. I'd have to take a look at it, but yeah. Ramon Dino Pro. Ramon Dino Pro. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing with the face now. Yeah, I don't see him. Okay, so this is what it is. Okay. So, okay, so this is him, right? Okay. Yeah, the face, the portrait isn't. I don't know. I don't see him smiling. I would have to take a look at him smiling, but yeah, I would check that out. Yeah, it's super weird thong, but yeah. Okay, yeah. So, but yeah, everything else is looking pretty good, brother. Looking pretty damn good. Got some good work in here, some good forms in here. So, yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. Definitely would love to see this 3D printed and all that. But, yeah, good job. Okay. Alrighty. Tudela. Okay, so let's take a look. Lattice too short, right? You're ending it too soon, so you need to bring it down a little bit more and make sure it's wrapping around the rib cage. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, your abs, you can see it's like boom, 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 right? We want to generally be neutral in the center and then dive down towards the edges, right? Yeah, good job, Gorgon. Looking great. Looking really good. Okay. Let's see. Shoulders need to be longer. So I know you're talking about the torso, but let's get in the habit of just making these as long as they need to be. Okay. And you want to be very careful with your clavicle going upwards towards the edges, because it's going to make you feel like you're doing this, right? So possibly not straight, perfectly straight across, but the more angled it is, the more shruggish it's going to look. Okay. Your clavicular head here is, this fascia is a bit too substantial, but definitely good on you for putting that in there. Okay, and then bringing this over, and if he's going to be this muscular, we're really not going to see the clavicle. Okay, and then I would also probably bring this down as well. Okay. The serratus muscles are going in the right direction. If you're ever doing sculpting serratus muscles, you want to make sure they're going back into the throat, okay? Because they're following the rib cage, and the rib cage goes back into the throat right here at the first rib. So don't argue with me, okay? Just do it. I'm sick of it. Okay, so from one angle, so your abs are kind of getting skinnier, and they should be kind of like that, right? So roughly, okay? So what we need to do is bring these out, bring that in a bit more, and the crotch can be a little bit more narrow from left to right. And straight across from each anterior superior iliac spine is going to be the end of the belly, and then the beginning of the crotch is going to be beneath that, right? So it's boom, boom, boom. Okay. Your oblique is very square, and we need to follow the hip a bit more. Okay. Right there. And whenever we end the oblique, so if this is going to be the hips, we want to go back up. Right there. Okay. So that's going to be your anterior superior iliac spine, your tensor fascia latae right there. And then we want to get this a little bit more wrapping around. Right. So at the end of the scapula, BDS, there we go. Right, we want to have spine of the scapula, blade of the scapula, and then the serratus muscles here coming down. So what's great about this is that now you know where your oblique is going to go, right? So 10, 9, 10, 11, 12 right here, and then your lat's going to go back there. Okay, most of the meat for the lat is going to be here. You're going to have your trapezius up here is where most of the muscle is going to be, and then it's going to die off. Okay. Just depending on how muscular you're going to make this individual. Spear of aponeurosis right here, where this is just put it together. Just put the pieces together, people, okay? Okay? All right? Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Can we see the full body for a couple of seconds? I think we did. I'm gonna break it down. Thumb. Some really D-Zinc, some really killer pieces tonight. Oh yeah. Gorgon, thanks Sensei. I really appreciate the feedback. Now I can finish it. My pleasure. Shushin, what's going on? Appreciate you being here. Chris Mobley, what is going on? Okay, so for your traps, they're gonna come base of the skull, right? They're gonna come forward and they're gonna fall in line with your anterior head of your delt, right? So it's going to attach on the other side of the clavicle. So we're not going over, right? We're just going in line with the anterior delt, okay? Here we're going to have a pocket each side halfway down the sternocleido. We're going to have this nice little jaunt here, and let's go 5, 20. Alrighty, so your neck is kind of coming out, so we need to make this neck first, and then the traps. Okay. Alrighty. There we go. Nice and cylindrical for the neck. It's a little bit too beefy here for no reason. We need to either have temporalis or not have it. So here you're choosing to have it halfway. Really nice characterization, but this going up isn't working. It needs to come from here and go across. Okay. And then it needs to go down. Same distance as the nose, and then make this the widest part of the face. Then after that, you're going to connect the master here. You want to have a nice strong angle of the jaw here. The chin is a bit too substantial, so I would cut that down and then add this to the mandible right there. The eyes are a little bit too angular right here. Let's round this off. Okay, let's get this around the eye. Let's get this tarsal plate out. And get this canthal tendon here. Attach it to the infraorbital furrow. Get your tarsal plate here. Needs a little bit more space. Right there. So boom. Right, so right there. Okay. Let's see. The lips could go a bit further in. And this part of the lips is the furthest off of the face, right? So we want to make sure that that is there. And then that's also going to give you kind of like the bounding box of your chin. And these, make sure they're your depressor muscles, make sure they're not too oblique, right? We don't want them going that way. They should be going to the mandible right there, then the node of the mouth, and also depressor muscle right here, okay? Your glabella is nice and high. I would say your nose is a bit too short. So bring that down. Possibly bring that in. Make sure the nostrils are lower than or higher than the septal cartilage. Make sure we've got this, and then your alar cartilage is going to come from that same curve. Come around, okay? A little bit more separation of the nose from the maxilla, and then you can get that nasal labial fold to come in here. Okay. Alrighty, filtrum's looking good. Get that shelf for the nose here. Smooth that out. Alar cartilage. Cut that off. Okay. Something more like that, and then bringing this down, right? Because we want a square on its side for the eyes. Right. So we don't want this, right? That's an expression. Right, that's different. That's going to be your eyebrows. That's not going to be your orbit actually moving. So regardless of the expression, we still need to maintain the orbit. Okay. bringing the ear in. Let's get this a little bit further and get our Y in here. Get our tragus. Get our ear hole. All right, so you can get a whole lot more depth out of this ear if you needed to. Connect that over, connect that earlobe. Okay. And then, okay. Take out the sharpness of that trap. Connect this over. 7 cervical vertebra. Bring it back together. It's going to end right there. Going to have the serratus, going to have the upper lumbar, going to have the lower lumbar, and then for your glutes, make sure most of the meat's in the center, and then it dives down after that. Okay, you can also kind of represent it with a C here, coming from the ASIS and going back. Okay. Let's see. But yeah, that's what I would do for that one. Alrighty. And make sure to cut off this forehead. It doesn't go into there. It's its own thing here. Okay. And then really, really great distribution right here. Possibly bring this in just a little bit. But yeah, and so now you can kind of make it whatever face you want. All right. You got all the elements here, and so you can do whatever you want with this. Nose or any of that stuff for any person that you want it to after you've got it all set up. Okay. So yeah, already. Let's see. Let's see. Great work, programs. What's up, Chris Mosley? I put one of your fellow ZBrush streamers through the grinder. Hello from Jamaica. He was doing a live stream with a little black character. I told him his depiction was racist. I had the whole stream going. So you were the one calling it blackface when it wasn't? I don't know. Do you want praise for that or something? Or? Idrajith 2021 coming in hot. Alrighty, so let's see if we have another one. Let's see. Ben S. Like your style, Ben. You always got something for me. Let's see. Desktop. Let's save this. Alrighty. So this is Ben S. 14 Ben S. I'm an Unreal game dev bro. I'm making a horror game, Home Alive bro. Nice, nice. Nice. Alrighty, so Ben S. Using the skeleton to his benefit. Good job, good job. Alrighty, starting to learn, starting to learn. So what is he? Okay, so let's just go over some things. So you have everything sketched in, right? You're sketching all this in, but it's so light that's not really making a difference, right? You're just going in here. So I need you to be a little bit more heavy-handed about all this stuff, okay? And then here, a little practice more on the form than the lines, right? Because you're drawing things in, but you're not sculpting them in. Okay, so we want the spine of the scapula, blade of the scapula. And we want the trap to go around. A little bit more form as it goes down, okay? Your teres major here is going into there. It needs to go into here. So I need you to redirect this way. Okay? So it's going to go this way. Right there. Right there. Okay, and then your lat's pretty much going to come from the same place, right? So just going to bring that out. Kind of like what you already have. You're just going to follow this. Alrighty, and then off of the scapula, we want to have the serratus coming around. Okay. Your rib cage. Let's see. It's going a little bit too straight. I'd like to see it come in a bit more. Your sternum possibly a little bit further down, and then you can see how far this is coming off of the ribcage. Right there. And whenever it goes down to the fifth rib, you want it to go back up, right? So you want your pectoralis to be doing that, and then going over, right, and then going there. Okay. Alrighty. And you want to kind of round this off a bit. Shouldn't be so angular. Okay. And then the acromion process is right there. Okay, so we want this to go all the way down to the acromion process. There, build it back. And then bring this here. Bring that. So you can see each side of this acromion process. Let's go here. So that's going to have a head, this is going to have a head, and that's going to have a head for your lateral head. Okay, so back here, right there. And bring this. Right there. Bring that all the way down to the bone, all the way down to the bone. right? So you can see how much space you had. So we're going to attach this deltoid to the clavicle, right? Not over the clavicle. Get that right there. Right there. Okay. And then, like we've been talking about all night, base of the skull is the traps. We want to separate our mastoid process, right? Our sternocleido from this. It's going to come out, and it's going to go in line with the anterior delt right here. So right there. Seventh cervical vertebra, we had right. Of course we did. I mean, come on. We're professionals. Right there. And then just going to kind of block in the abs here. Going to keep them within the anterior superior iliac spine. We're going to go to come together. Right here, we're going to attach that to the pelvic floor. Okay. We're going right there and going to bring that down to the bone as well. Beef this up. This comes, your obliques come from 9, 10, 11, 12. And so on your back, you want to really follow the rib cage, which you're kind of doing already, which is really good. Just right here at the edge, we want to wrap it around the rib cage just a little bit more. Okay. So from 10, 11, 12, that's where your obliques are coming from. 9, 10, 11, 12. And so whenever we're coming back here, we're going 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we know 9 right here is going to be our oblique. So right here, we're going to give it a nice flat plane to contrast the curve of the oblique. Okay, right there. We want to bring all this down to the spine. It's pretty much your entire spine is a bony landmark. Right there. Coming from the sacrum, we're going to have the spina erectus. And then from here, well, from the base of the neck, but it's so thin you don't even sculpt it, you're going to bring this out to the last ribs right here. Most of the meat's going to be right there. Okay. And so you've got that, and then you've got the serratus, you got the upper lumbar, lower lumbar, lat, and then down. And make sure to leave some room for your pectoralis to insert. And a little bit more towards the center. Okay. Alrighty. So a little bit more here. Okay. Alrighty, and then we can get the lat a little bit more far forward because it should go over the ribs. Smooth. Then we're gonna mock in the nipple and then go to the 9th rib right here, right? So it's gonna come back up. You're gonna have 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Right, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right there. Smooth that out, and then you can angle them off if you want to. All that good stuff. Okay. And then kind of shape them a little bit more so they're more aesthetically pleasing. We don't want it to be lopsided on one end than the other. Okay. And if you want to get fancy, you can come out and you can attach this little tail to the 6th rib. Okay. Alrighty. So yeah, that's what I would do for yours, Rudy. That's only 2 days with the spicy bundle. Such huge improvement over what I was doing. Oh hell yeah, Justin. It's game time in flow. I don't know what program it is, but I'm amazed, man. Hell yeah, this is ZBrush, brother. Pete the Creep, when you sculpt a muscle, do you feel it gets more visually correct by saying the name out loud? Sometimes it does help. Sometimes it does. Just so you know what you're sculpting. Just in case, yeah, see, I did go over the clavicle. No worries. Feel like it's a massive improvement compared to before going through your bundle. Thank you. Oh, my pleasure. And if any of you are interested in increasing your anatomy knowledge, I do have an ArtStation store with a spicy bundle on there that I would highly suggest if you are starting out in this business and you really want to learn how to sculpt characters with the correct anatomy. I would go here and I would check out some of my tutorials. I don't ever put them on sale myself. I don't ever give any discounts out. So whenever the marketplace does its own sale is the only time that it's ever going to have a discount. So make sure to get it now. If you're thinking about getting it, it was $6.75. It is $67 now. So make sure to pick it up now. Mentorships will be announced next week. Sumerian King, the bundle course is fantastic. Everybody should get it. 10 of Slug, well worth it. So, yeah. And we did add the spawn time lapse to this. So, I show you how I created this spawn from the planar head all the way to what you see right here, including rendering it in cycles. Okay. And show you all the anatomy and all that stuff. Okay, it is a time lapse, but the other videos are obviously lectures, anatomy lectures, real-time drawovers, sculpting lecture, and all that good stuff. So definitely check it out. Definitely pick it up. And I think you can also earn 3% commission if you share the link and anybody else buys it. So ArtStation's really good about that. Okay, but mentorships are going to be announced next week. I'm signing up all my previous students first, so we only have 10 slots left for the next semester. That comes with 1 interview and 6 one-on-one sessions separated week by week. And so the initial interview, we just find out where you are as an artist, where you want to go, where I think you are, and what your first assignment will be. And then we'll start our 6 weeks. So we'll be together 1 hour, 1 day a week for 6 weeks. and we will take you to the next level. So if you're just starting out, we're going to make sure you can do portraits and understand anatomy. If you've been in about 2 or 3 years, we're going to teach you how to sculpt and pose. If you've been doing that for a while, we're just going to put you together and we're going to give you a nice strategy so that you can go out and get some work. Over 33% of my students find work during or after my mentorship. Just saying. Just saying. That's a pretty damn high percentage if you ask me. All right? Especially if it ain't even guaranteed in the bundle. It's not even a part of the guarantee. It just happens. Okay? So check it out. Pick it up. And let me give y'all the link. So you have it. There's a link right there. Go pick it up ASAP. Mentorships will be running out pretty quickly. I've already had quite a few people ask me about when the next semester is going up. So if you are interested, hit me up on Discord through the dojo. Let me know and I will save your spot. It is going to be $350 to take my mentorship, and we will level you up like you've never been leveled up before. Okay. Alrighty, so here I want to give this a little bit more space. I want this tricep to insert into the side here. So I'm going to have to kick this teres major down so that this can wrap in there correctly. Okay. Because I don't want to bulk up the tricep, I just want to connect it. Okay. Group classes. Yeah, it's actually that's one more thing I was gonna say. Thank you, Dzing. Yeah, I am gonna have group classes, so that will be much cheaper, and it will come with or without the bundle, right? So if you want the best out of the mentorship, I would suggest getting the bundle, studying it now, getting as much information as you can out of it, and then whenever we get into the mentorship, we can hit the ground running with some nice common language and common knowledge between the both of us. Okay, so yeah, it's coming, people. Y'all been asking for it. It's on its way. All right, so this tricep, this lateral head, short head of the tricep, we want to add the tail here. Okay, and it's going to be going around the olecranon. So that's going to be going there. We can bring this over the olecranon for right now, and we can attach all this aponeurosis to it. Okay, right about there. Okay, and then we're going to connect the third head right here on this epicondyle. Okay, so we're going to have this come out, because this is a short head, so it should be shorter, and this is a long head, so it should be longer. But yeah, dojo, would y'all be interested in classes where it's more than just one person? So there's mentorships where it's just you and me, and then there's going to be classes where maybe it's going to be groups of like 3, right? And then I'll give y'all 20 minutes a piece, and it'll probably be like half of the price, so it'll be like $175. Yeah, let me know, because I definitely want options there for everybody. You know, I got to get paid and you got to get better so that you can get paid. So y'all got to let me know what kind of options y'all want, because I definitely want to help out as many people as I can, but you know, I can't do it for free. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know you know what I'm saying. Okay. But yeah, all right, so sounds good. All right, cool. Well, we'll go over that. We will add that to the store. Good, the more options, better. Sean Davis. Alrighty. We will have it there. Alrighty, so deltoid ends, brachialis begins, right? So all this deltoid stuff is going to end right here, and then we're going to have a thin brachialis that goes out to a wide brachialis. Okay, and then your bicep is going to be pretty consistent as it's going up, right? If we're going to take a look at the skeleton, it's going to go right here, right? So your lateral head of your bicep is going to go up your humerus in this little valley right here, and then jaunt over to that left side of the hook right there. The medial head is going to go straight up the humerus, straight to it. Okay, so here, let me get that right there. What's up, Sergio? Appreciate you being here. Okay, so we're gonna have this a little bit more solid as it's coming down. Okay, and you have a really nice width for your bicep. We don't want to make your bicep should just be about 50% of your arm, right? The width comes from your brachialis right here, right? And that's going to go down into your ulna, right? Brachialis right there, brachialis right here, wraps around and attaches to the ulna. Right there. Right there. Alrighty. So, let's see. Okay. Alrighty. So we can fill in this lat a bit more. So I'm going to use the inflate. Get a big brush and just inflate that together. There we go. Because, you know, skin is going to it is going to, whatchamacallit, you know, fold in on itself and all that good stuff. So I see a lot of people like separating everything where nothing is being touched, and that's just not going to be as realistic or as effective as skin pressing up against other parts, right? So any place that you can do that, the better. All right, and make sure you have 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. All right. Alrighty, people. And then your scapula, you kind of want it to be a little bit flat. I understand you're putting the muscles in there, which is good to understand and all that, but generally it's going to be a flat bit right here. Okay, if he's very, very into bodybuilding, you'll see the infraspinatus here, and then the supraspinatus, but generally you're not going to see that on 99% of people. Alrighty, so right there. Spear of aponeurosis right here. Gorgon, I would really like to buy the spicy bundle, but here in Brazil the price goes 5 times and becomes pretty expensive. I'll try to pick them up sometime soon. Sounds good, Gorgon. Sounds good. I appreciate you, brother. You're doing good work. You're doing good work. Should come and hang out in the dojo sometime, because you're good enough to get work. So you just need to really just market yourself as that, right? You need to, whatever you want to do for a living, you need to really start creating those pieces and making them into statues. So you need to get a 3D printer, make a friend that has a 3D printer somewhere in the world, and give them a pre-engineered piece that they can print. Okay, engineering doesn't take a lot of work, so yeah, there's plenty of people that will, you know, engineer and print it for you for a price as well. But yeah, if you're having money issues, then yeah, make friends, because I think you're one 3D print away from getting a good amount of work. Okay. Alrighty, so just fixing the back. Dang, I always do that. I'm always like one button off. Alrighty, so there. Right there. Has anybody been playing that New World today? Huh? Anybody been playing? Played for like 20 minutes today. Seemed pretty fun. Graphics look great. Sound design's pretty good. But yeah, I'm only 20 minutes in, so we'll see. Alrighty. So right there. Alrighty, people. Make sure to go check me out on YouTube, people. I post pretty much almost every day now. So there are going to be anatomy critiques, live stream highlights, yeah, all that type of stuff. So definitely go check me out on YouTube. I guarantee if you enjoyed this stream, you will laugh your ass off if you join that YouTube. Okay. But yeah, I would we stream Friday nights 9 to 11. Deezing's gonna be there this week. Queen Serb is gonna be there this Friday, hopefully. Batman Pop Tart, Verbal Processing, Hairy Mandibles, Carbon 4444444444444 art, Thunderstorm art, RAF digital art. Yeah, and it's from NFTs to comic books to games to all that type of stuff. We're doing all types of character creation in there, so definitely come and hang out. All right, Friday nights 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Alrighty, so your face. Okay, some things we need to do. First, dang, I did it again. We want to make sure that these eyelids are pretty substantial, right? Right here, right there. Okay. And then we want to make sure that the top one goes over the bottom one. Okay. Right there. And let's check the size of these eyes. A little bit too big. Somewhere around there. Okay. But if you like fart jokes, you'll love my channel. And we're gonna wrap this eyelid around the eye. Okay, I see a lot of people marking in the eyelids, but I don't see a lot of people actually sculpting it around the eye. So make sure you're one of those people. Okay. Any of these tarsal plates or any of these eyelids, you're sculpting around the eye, not on the eye. Okay. We're gonna use trim dynamic. We're going to get our inferior tarsal plate right there. Right there. We're going to get that caruncula. We're gonna get that separated from everything else. Ready? Something a little bit better, and then his eyes are just too wide open. Right? And so the should be a 1:3 ratio, right, for the eyelids. Right here, so 1:3. So we're going to Well, we're gonna probably have to bring it down. Haven't played it yet, but I finally got a PS5, so I'm playing games on there. Queen Serve coming in hot. So you don't want to play on PC with us, huh? You just had to spend all that money on a PS5 so you couldn't play with us. Wow. Wow, Queen Serve. Wow. 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 Alrighty. So your glabella, we need some of that, right? We need the glabella. Boom, 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 boom. We need the nasal bone. Don't. Do not woo. Right there. You need your infraorbital furrow right here. So that's going to be right about there. And we're going to do a mixture of raising and lowering right here so that we have a little bit more space for the nose, right? Last week we were talking about the depth of the nose to the maxilla, okay? Your nasal labial fold is not going to be very puffy here. It's going to be puffiest around your nose, not on top of your nose, okay? So right there, coming around, this is where it's going to be puffiest. Right there, okay? And then this is coming from your nose. Right there. Smooth that out, okay? So the issue with this is that your septal cartilage and your nostrils lined up, so it's giving you this duck lip right here. So what I want to see is I want to see your septal cartilage here, and then you can get all of this forward and separate your alar cartilage a little bit more, okay? So now that this is in front, now we can bring this lip forward, okay? And then it's just a straight line out. I'd like to see a bit more of nasal bone, and then the cartilage, and then the alar cartilage. Your alar cartilage is a little bit too short, so right about there. And then really soften the insides of these nostrils right here. Okay. And then we can kind of even out the orbicularis oris. Right there. Okay. Let's see. Your face. It's looking pretty good. You could possibly bring this out a bit more. And then a little bit more of the brow to really bring home the masculinity of this character. And we can build up his frontal bone, dive that down. Alrighty. So yeah, he looks old because of the nasal labial fold of just how defined it is, right? And then here we can fill this in a bit more. Fill that over. Okay. And then right here is going to be where it comes off of the face the most. So no one's playing New World in the chat? Are you serious? No one's playing New World in the chat. Are you serious? Come on. I know some of y'all are playing right now. Like, I'm gonna watch stream. I'm gonna get better. Well, I'm pretty sure I can get better while I'm playing New World. Yeah, I can. Alright, so that's what I would do, brother. That's what I would do. And then your lips may be a little bit too narrow. And let's see. Yep, looking good. Then you can get the lacrimal punctum. Maybe raise this up a little bit. Right there. I'll try to get a freelance work on some collectible, and if I get, the first thing I will do is to get your mentorship that you mentioned. I think I can improve a lot with it. Yeah, I'm sure you can, brother. You're already doing pretty well. If you need any help, just reach out to me in the dojo. Let me know, brother. You know I'm here to help. All right. You know, so we got rid of all our haters, right? You want to know why? Because your haters will always quit before you do. All right. That's why. Okay, so yeah, just hit me up, Gorgon. Let me know, and I can give you some advice on how to get some work. And it's not going to be immediate. Obviously, it's not like, oh, I did it and now I've got work. But at least we can get you going in a direction so you can decide for yourself if you want to go that way or not. Okay. Alrighty. Haters gonna hate. Alrighty. So, yeah, I would say that's a good amount of information for today, peeps. Let's see. Yeah. New World, I haven't played it yet, and in my case, I'm waiting the new Metro game. Thank you very much to say. I would really appreciate the help. Yeah, just let me know. Just hit me up, brother. Hit me up, and then we'll schedule like a quick 5-10 minute call or something like that. Okay. I don't speak Portuguese. Gracias a Dios. So you're gonna have to speak English. But if you can do that, because the only thing I can say in Brazilian is gracias a Dios. That's it. What up, baby's first puke? The happy extruder enjoying the therapy that ZBrush provides, plus all the cool peeps in the community truly jump in to help one another. Oh yeah. So what we're doing, brother. Because if you do well, I do well. If I give away my secrets, I've got to create better ones. So that's the reason I come on here every week and give you all the anatomy knowledge that I know, that I've learned pretty much for free, right? Every week we are here on ZBrush Live. So make sure to be here every Tuesday night. I'm here. And we are going... we're going to be adding a stream to the Sensei's schedule here on Pixologic Live, hopefully in the next month. And we're going to be creating a collectible with another streamer who has also a lot of experience of creating collectibles for private clients and the like, right? So we're going to be doing that. So y'all can kind of see, you know, just the sculptural aspect, because I really appreciate the amount of pieces that the dojo gives me to critique, and I feel like it's the most valuable thing that I can do for all of you. But I do kind of just miss having fun and sculpting something, you know, just for myself and all that stuff on the stream, and get to share that process with y'all while I'm here. So that's kind of what we're gonna be doing on that stream. We'll be making a collectible, and he's gonna be sculpting one character, I'm gonna be sculpting the other, and then we're gonna put them together, engineer it, all that good stuff, print it out, show you how it's done, all that good stuff. All right. In terms of engineering, I'm not going to be doing that here on the stream. I'll be doing that on my own stream. So make sure to subscribe to my YouTube. I strictly stream and create content there. I am not on Twitch anymore. So definitely go over to the YouTube. You're already on YouTube anyway. Why would you want to go to Twitch, right? Alrighty, so if any of you are interested in leveling up your skills as a character sculptor, definitely go check out my ArtStation store. I have lots of affordable tutorials, and I also have the spicy bundle. You can ask anyone in here who's gotten the spicy bundle if it's worth it or not, and I guarantee you they will tell you it is. The price will never go down unless ArtStation does their own sale. I will never discount this. So whenever it's discounted, get in, and get in, because that's the only time you're ever going to save money on it. But you know, it's just, how quickly do you want to progress as a character artist, right? Like, how much is shaving off a year or two of study and practice worth to you financially? Right? If you could take my class and shave off 1 to 2 years of studying and guessing and trying to find people to help you, how much is that worth to you? And I guarantee you it's worth more than $67.50. It better be. Okay? So go do yourself a favor. Go pick up the spicy bundle. Make sure you are ready for the classes and the mentorship that will be announced next week. Next week, we're going to be signing up people, early adopters. So you're going to be getting an early adopter discount, and it's going to be the only one, because it's going to be the first time we're doing a mentorship on ArtStation. Okay, so make sure to get ready. I'm going to make it affordable for every single one of you, and we're going to level you up like you've never been leveled before. If you need any confirmation of how amazing my mentorships and classes are, just ask the dojo. Just ask them. Okay, I don't do the before and after stuff. I don't do that. Okay, what I do is I just show results by students finding the joy in their sculpting, finally getting gigs, finally having a direction in which they can go to improve themselves and their chances of being employed, and just being a total badass. I mean, who doesn't want to have that happen? Okay, so make sure you're ready next week. Early adopters, early discount, the only discount that will ever be part of this mentorship, unless you are an armed service member. Okay, other than that, no discounts. So get in while you can. I want to thank Derek Lowry, Blastwave, WDMA, Queen Serb, Garans, Hadakrit, Adam, Lovelu, Charchi, Red Catchem, Shea RX, Angel De La Rosa, Eric Daniels, Sabas Brindas, and many, many more for joining the ZBHO Dojo on YouTube and for picking up those dojo shirts. Let's see. I'm in. Wait, what? David Mora, 3 payments. Hit me up in the dojo. Maybe we'll be able to do something. Maybe. Cold QC, Cold Quarters Combat. Is it for beginner? Yes, beginners, intermediates, and advanced. It is for you. All right. Robert Clapp, I have the spicy XMD and the bundle, and it was all worth it. Thank you very much, Robert Clapp. Military discount. Yes, if you can prove that you have served your country, I will give you a discount. Cold Quarters Combat, QC equals Quebec. Root user GB, David Mora, cool. Yeah, if you did serve your country, or you are active service member in law enforcement, any of those service members, all of that stuff, I do give discounts, because you keep us all safe. You keep this country safe and free. So it's the very least that I can do for what you have done for all of us. So yeah, just hit me up and let me know, and yeah, I will definitely give you that discount. So before we go, let us into the temple of Scott E. Ayton. thank you very much for being here. I appreciate all the help, all the encouragement, all the ZTLs that you allow me to help the entire ZBrush community with. We salute you. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for being here every single week. Even whenever I don't show up, y'all are still here. Amazing Dojo Warriors. If you have not joined the ZBHO Dojo on Discord, it is free, and you can get free critiques by me live right here on Pixologic Live. Join the Discord. Join it now. Don't wait. Click the link right now and be part of the most alpha ZBrush community in all of the world. All of the world. Okay. We have over 102 septillion people watching the stream right now from multiple galaxies, multiple universes, multiple timelines, all coming together to watch the ZBHO Dojo. But we are all one.